Hello and welcome to another audio analysis. In today's video we'll be taking a look at the track Landmines by the Canadian pop-punk band Sum 41. This is the first track to be released from their upcoming 8th studio album, which will also sadly be their last, but they are going out with a bang, releasing a double album titled Heaven Times Hell, and it's going to be an album that is split into two halves, with the first showing this happy pop-punk sound that the band are very much known for, really showing a bit of nostalgia and leaning towards the music they've been producing over the years, with the Hell side providing a heavier, more metal-inspired sound. So I'm really interested to see exactly how that's going to sound. Currently we don't have a release date for that, but I'd imagine they'll be announcing it very, very soon. And with this track being taken from the Heaven side, it'll be interesting to see if it does show that old school pop punk sound, that nostalgic sound from All Killer No Filler from 2001, which gave us some iconic pop punk hits that are still massive to this day. And it'll also be interesting to see how they follow up to 2019's Order in Decline as well. So will this latest track be explosive or simply be a dud? Let's take a look at exactly how it sounds.
And I don't want to believe that maybe this is the end. I know you're kind of a tease, but is this really pretend? Something tells me I'm wrong. With you I never can tell. The way you drag me along, the way I put you through hell. Oh, tell me, am I insane? Is this where we belong? Is it pleasure or pain? That we're still hanging on, going out of my head. You know true love is dead, but what you said has got me hanging on. I can't help but walk through your landmines, 10 feet and I'm going out of my mind. I'm not right without you, is that so wrong? I can't help but walk through your landmines. I'm bleeding and all I need is a sign. I'm out here and I've been waiting so long.
So already with this track we can really see that nostalgic pop punk sound coming in. We have got the stabbing guitars, we've got the held notes in the chorus as well to give it this much more anthemic feel. Also the way that we have got Frank Zappa really kicking things off with this soft drumming and then really ramping it up as we move from the pre-chorus into the chorus. Again, raising the levels in between the two as well to really give it this much more anthemic feel. It's that point where you can imagine a live audience just rising to their feet or just really feeling those energy levels really coming through very strongly. And I really like the opening line to this track actually, and I don't want to believe that maybe this is the end, because it touches on the typical themes we do see in pop punk, these broken relationships, one person trying to win the other person over again, but I also feel it's a little bit of a nod to the band themselves. Maybe they don't want to believe that this is going to be their final album, that they'll be going their separate ways after this, but maybe it's just a bit of a double-edged nod to both of the things that are kind of reflecting quite heavily through this track. But you can really see it is going to be playing on this idea of this broken relationship, the way I put you through hell, the way you drag me along. So really showing the balance as well, that it's both sides that are really kind of at each other's throat effectively. Tell me, am I insane? Is this where we belong? Is it pleasure or pain? So this constant balance, and we see it with Heaven, Hell. We're going to see, I think, a lot of balance on this actual album, and they're reflecting that in this track as well by making references to things like that. How we're still hanging on, going out of my head, you know, true love is dead. And I like this rhyming as well. It's really adding this strong, quick pace to the actual track, and certainly with Derek Whibley's vocals and his deliveral style on the lyrics, it really helps to add again to this typical pop punk sound that the band are known for, really showing this nostalgic feel that's coming through.
What you said
And I really love with this chorus that simple opening line, I can't help but walk through your landmines. This battlefield, this minefield, the multiple different things that can trigger somebody, that can lead to destruction. So a very simple metaphoric lyric that really packs quite a punch and really shows that some relationships, it is like walking through a battlefield. They are constantly running that risk of setting something off. So again, it's really just showing these explosive sides that are going back at each other's throat. And it's really good that he says, I can't help but walk through it. He's almost drawn to this person 10 feet and I'm going out of my mind, because he feels like he's so surrounded by any little thing that could actually set something off, and the fear almost that's coming through. I'm not right without you, is that so wrong? So right and wrong, again showing these contrasting lyrics. They're really simple little effects but add a lot more depth to the actual track. I'm bleeding and all I need is a sign. So this idea that he's kind of being like he's maybe missing a leg and an arm and he's still trying to crawl through. I'm not here and I've been waiting so long. So this point where they're really willing to do anything to get back with this person, or really to try and make it work. Should I give it a chance? Was it ever enough? So you can really see the reflective side as well that's coming through from the band. And again, it could kind of touch on their history of the band as well, about all the things they've gone through with them going for this nostalgic sound. The idea of hanging on, kind of maybe do they feel like they've hung on too long and this is their final hurrah, where they're throwing the kitchen sink out to the fans and giving them one final blast before they do dance off into the sunset. And I really like in the ending how they just kind of cut off on that hanging. It's something that the bands love to do. It's just such a simple, another little thing that they love to do. Just cutting off on that idea of hanging on. You just kind of left, the sentence isn't finished. So it's a little kind of play on words that they have thrown at the end of the track. But I really do love that softer bridge with just making use of the keys and then building it up again. Frank doing great work on the drums and really building those energy levels up to the point where it does have this bigger, again, anthemic feel where the crowd ebbs and flows with the track and the band do the same as well. All I need to know is whether I should stay or is it time for me to go. So again, this constant dance of back and forth, this balance that's really being hung on to almost of will it work, will it not, this indecisiveness that we do see through a lot of the questions that are being asked from this actual track, certainly in the lyrics. And it really just does show that the band is still able to stick to their roots very well, go for this very strong nostalgic feel, and that was shown through some of the different things that they did include. The anthemic chants, these chugging electric guitars, and the lyrics about really just hanging on to that thread of hope and hoping that you can win somebody over one final time. So throwing in so many great elements that the band have worked on and developed over the years as they've continued to push pop punk forward, and it's great to see them acknowledging their past and really working back towards that to kind of give fans that one last hit of nostalgia before they do call it a day. And I also really did enjoy the metaphoric use of landmines. Really just, it's something you often see, explosive relationships, this one wrong move can lead to destruction, things like it can cause that thread to finally break. You've got to kind of tiptoe your way through the minefield to get to the end result that you want. So I really like that simple metaphor they did use, and just the way they incorporated that into the track to really just again show a lot more depth. It's not just simple basic pop punk, there's a lot more underneath this track, which I really do love and appreciate when bands take the time and effort to really show that. And it's something that Derek has often done in a lot of his lyric writing, is really add layers to the music rather than just keeping it very basic and simple. So that will be everything for today's video, but as always, feel free to let me know your thoughts about this track in the comments section below, or let me know if you're excited to hear the upcoming final album when it does eventually release. I'd imagine we'll get to hear some more tracks from it before it is actually finally released to us all, but in the meantime we have got this first track that really serves that perfect nostalgia hit, really shows everything the band have worked on and everything they're capable of over their career, so definitely interested to hear more from the band over the next few months. Also, if you'd like to see more content like this, then please do feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next Audio Analysis.